Boom, it's your boy Lee Mario, and we are here today with a gameplay of Dear Esther Landmark Edition. Now I'm not too fully sure what this is. I think it's like some sort of like adventure, mystery sort of game thing. I'm not too sure, I've never played it before. However, it is a cheap enough game you can get on the Play Store. I'm not too sure if it's on any other systems, I haven't looked up just yet. However, I'm a fin for nature and the beauty of nature and whatever else, so this should be quite good. Director's commentary, no, we'll just get straight into it. Progress is saved at the end of each chapter. Okay, well apparently according to this anyway, though, if you do play the main stories and nothing else, it's about 2 hours long. So,
Dear Esther, I sometimes feel as if I've given birth to this island. Somewhere between the longitude and latitude, a split opened up, and it beached remotely here. No matter how hard I correlate, it remains a singularity, an alpha point in my life that refuses all hypothesis. I return each time leaving fresh markers that I hope, in the full glare of my hopelessness, will have blossomed into fresh insight in the interim.
okay, I was trying to put subtitles on for this at the beginning of it, but I cannot seem to find subtitles at all. Closed captions, that could be, I'm not too sure. If it is, you haven't missed much so far. I mean, there was a bit of talk then, but nothing related to this yet. Okay. Wow. The toilet rooms in these games can always just be so messy. There's not that many clean toilets in some of these games. I do hope the recording isn't too loud. Well, the game sound. Okay. Nothing in here. Music cuts out. It's this weird paint on the wall. HCCHA high. PH. No, or is it DH? I'm not too sure. Oh. Okay. Oh, high off. Is any buttons to interact with? What the? No, I could just. That'd have been useful for when I wanted to go. Oh. Hi. Oh. Let's get out of here. Okay. Right. So. Most of the buttons, well, all 4 buttons are square, triangle, circle, and X are all to zoom in. So it's apparently the R1, so it's apparently the R2. Every single button, what the hell? Not all, but the analog sticks to move around. So there's not much more you can do with the buttons. They're either all let you zoom in, or the direction buttons move you around, that's about it. Your torch comes on automatically, so that's something, I guess. Okay. Blue paint everywhere. Right. Okay. It's like literally when you just come on nature walk or something anyway, and you just come across some sort of abandoned place, you get curious and you want to go look. So, yeah. Which way? Down or up? Let's get my steps in and climb a bit. So let's go up. It annoys me sometimes that because it's like you never know which way to go. Even in real life, if it was a nature walk. Be buggered if there was 2 ways, because I'd want to explore both. So I'd rather come back to it. Just totally forget that one. Okay. Take in the atmosphere. Oh shit. Don't want to fall now. Steady. Maybe I can. Yeah, stunning graphics.
Donnelly reported the legend of the hermit. A holy man who sought solitude in its most pure form. Allegedly, he rode here from the mainland in a boat without a bottom, so all the creatures of the sea could rise at night to converse with him. How disappointed he must have been with their chatter. Perhaps now, when all that haunts the ocean is the rubbish dumped from the tankers, he'd find more peace. They say he threw his arms wide in a valley on the south side, and the cliff opened up to provide him shelter. They say he died of fever 116 years later. The shepherds left gifts for him at the mouth of the cave, but Donnelly records they never claimed to have seen him. I have visited the cave and I have left my gifts, but like them, I appear to be an unworthy subject of his solitude.
Okay, so someone wise and I want to say maybe Christian, but I'm not too sure. Not too sure. So he came on my boat and to take on certain sea creatures, and might be getting this totally wrong, but to come to this island to do certain things, and eventually died, and this famous situation lived on. So people leave gifts now in remembrance. Is that what I'm getting? Oh, so what the hell is that in the distance? Is it someone signaling me, or is that just like a light what shows up at a certain point if you get over there? I feel like someone was signaling me. Okay. My torch has not come on in here. I do not understand why. Can I sprint? No, every button seems to. I'm not judging. Definitely not judging. I'm just finding it a bit strange how every button like that was. Okay, I'm not getting across here. No, it doesn't. Maybe. I've broken a leg already. Okay. Well, I guess at least we'll get to look down here now. Hey yo, the first chapter image. Stone Edge Starbow Lion King Raisin Simba Stone Edgy Stone Mooney. I'm sorry. Whoa.
Those islands in the distance, I'm sure, are nothing more than relics of another time, sleeping giants, somnambulist gods laid down for a final dreaming. I wash the sand from my lips and grip my wrist ever more tightly. My shaking arms will not support my fading diaries.
I'll give credit to the game. It's very poetic, where when describing the islands in the distance are so beautiful, while the land that you stand on is so same and no, I'm not even going to bother going in poetic way. I'm not judging. I'm not judging the game. 100% not. I'm just trying to understand more as I go along. Stairs go that way. I'm going to go this way. Okay. Crazy how I can't sprint. But then again, that would not be taken in the full nature of it all, and whatever else is starting from rushing this through. They're trying to tell me something? A symbol? The line going off, pointing to you. Okay, onwards. Something over this way, I think.
Found the ship's manifest, crumpled and waterlogged under a stash of paint cans. It tells me that along with this present cargo, there was a large quantity of antacid yogurt bound for the European market. It must have washed out to sea. God knows there are no longer gulls or goats here to eat it.
Oh, so there's some sort of electric vehicle. Once a ship, I'd say more like a car. Been driving the car into the middle of the goddamn island in the middle of nowhere. And if it's in the middle of the water, how's the car got here? Unless it's come by ship, like it was saying. Why am I still being able to walk up this way? Okay. When do I know when to turn off? I feel like I might have to go back to the stairs, because I feel like this is another dead end. What happens if I go in the water? Do I die? Do I get game over? Am I going to end up breaking the game? I hope not. Oop, well. Okay, so you do get warned. Oh, that's creepy, I fit that. But what are you? I can see something there. Or am I just seeing stuff? Most probably seeing stuff. Looks like there's something there what I could grab, but I guess not. Okay, so that's... Don't want you to go out because you can kill yourself. And get back up. Give me a bit. Excuse me, what? Don't tell me I'm stuck here. No, let me out. Okay. So the only other way I can go is these stairs way. I want to know what that's pointing at. There's nothing else more there. I mean, I feel like it's pointing at that, but there's nothing I can interact with neither, so... I just wish I could run every now and then. That'd be a nice feature, but I feel like people take advantage of it and just rush through the game, because especially if it's one of them storytelling ones as you go along. For the time what you've got, I think it wants you to just take like a nice peaceful walk. So that's what I'm gonna keep doing. Nevertheless. However, if this isn't your type of game, then fair do. Yeah, you're welcome to skip and go on to something else. Because this is what it's going to be. It's a game of nature walk. It's peaceful. But as with commentary game playing, I have to talk and say what I think about it. So that's what I'm going to do while doing it, nevertheless. Okay. There's no stamina bar or anything. I don't even know what my character looks like, and I can't see his feet or anything. It's like I'm just a floating droid camera. Very slow droid camera with just sound effects of a person. Maybe that's what I could be. I could be most probably a droid from the future. With human sound effects. Reliving a creation.
Donnelly's book had not been taken out from the library since 1974. I decided it would never be missed as I slipped it under my coat and avoided the librarian's gaze on the way out. If the subject matter is obscure, the writer's literary style is even more so. It is not the text of a stable or trustworthy reporter. Perhaps it is fitting that my only companion in these last days should be a stolen book written by a dying man.
Well, I mean, we've all been there in some sort of way. I mean, maybe not all of us, but...
When someone had died or was dying, or was so ill they gave up what little hope they could sacrifice, they cut parallel lines into the cliff, exposing the white chalk beneath. You could see them from the mainland or the fishing boats, and know to send aid or impose a cordon of protection, and wait a generation until whatever pestilence stalked the cliff paths died along with its hosts. My lines are just for this, to keep any would-be rescuers at bay. The infection is not simply of the flesh.
Okay, so... dying people would carve out the... okay, I mean, I don't know if that's the true fact in real life, but this way it is, and yeah.
We are not like Lot's wife, you and I. We feel no particular need to turn back. There's nothing to be seen if we did. No tired old man parting the cliffs with his arms. No gifts or Bibles laid out on the sand for the taking. No tides turning or the shrieking gulls overhead. The bones of the hermit are no longer laid out for the taking. I have stolen them away to the guts of this island, where the passages all run to black, and where we can light each other's faces by their strange luminescence.
I really don't know, honestly, guys, what to say for certain sentences of these, so I'm just gonna be like, Okay, it's interesting. Good to take in. It's a poem and
Dear Esther,
things while exploring.
I met Paul. I made my own little pilgrimage. My Damascus, a small semi-detached on the outskirts of Wolverhampton. We drank coffee in his kitchen and tried to connect to one another. Although he knew I hadn't come in search of an apology, reason or retribution, he still spiraled in panic, thrown high and lucid by his own dented bonnet. Responsibility had made him old. Like us, he'd already passed beyond any conceivable boundary of life.
Okay, so that's where we was over there when we was looking over here when we was getting the signal of the light thing. So now we're going into this cave where that signal of light was coming from. That's I swear I just had a radio. Some sort of transmitting thing anyway.
I find myself increasingly unable to find that point where the hermit ends and Paul and I begin. We are woven into a sodden blanket, stuffed into the bottom of a boat to stop the leak and hold back the ocean. My neck aches from staring up at the aerial. It mirrors the dull throb in my gut where I am sure I've begun to form another stone. In my dreams, it forms into a perfect representation of Lot's wife, head over her shoulder, staring along the motorway at the approaching traffic in a vacuum of fatalistic calm.
Okay. Anywho, what's with these symbols? They're nice. Oh, aye. Symbols again. Right. That was kind of like the same sort of symbol thing what was on the beach, the arrow pointing to the line thing. So must be something connected. I'm not the brainiest person when it comes down to these type of games, I'm not gonna lie, but yeah. We'll figure out what's going on, but whatever it is, it's some sort of like symbolised thing what keeps going in each one, as you can see, like orange sort of effect thing. There and there a tiny bit. And there, and there, and there, and so on. Don't know if it's anything important, but we'll see. Don't know why I'm muted then. I do not know why. I thought there was going to be a talk thing coming up. Wait a minute. Wait. Gonna have to interact with one of these or something. Because that's just going to take me straight back out. This is something I need. Is that bread? That's bread, but I want to call it a fish as well. Looks like a piece of fish. I'm not too sure it could be this bread as well. Can we lock no bottom? Bread. Okay. Make sure I haven't missed anything before I do go back out. Tins of paint or yogurt or whatever you said it was done. Right, okay. No, so I think I might just have to go back out. Unless there's a turn off here somewhere, what I missed. But yeah. That's what it's like. But it is definitely just taking me straight back out. And there's no more. I want to say there's no more way around there, but you watch it call me a liar. But then the water, I start sinking down into the water. It's different. I am going this way now, okay. So it is definitely Enderman. I do like the music and the game's details there. Details and graphics and stuff. The story I'm not 100% I'm understanding because it's like it's just talking about certain things in poet ways. So it's not like fixed full story. Except from a man who came to the island who died. Things being left in memory. And something about people getting weak in pain, wearing, dying. I don't know what to fully expect yet. But I'm not judging it. I'm not judging it at all. So I'll keep playing and we'll see what's what.
The vegetation here has fossilized from the roots up. To think they once grazed animals here, the remnants of occupation being evidence to that. It is all sick to death. The water is too polluted for the fish, the sky is too thin for the birds, and the soil is cut with the bones of hermits and shepherds. I've heard it said that human ashes make great fertilizer, that we could sow a forest from all that is left of your hips and ribcage, with enough left over to thicken the air and repopulate the bay.
I feel like I'm going to mute and then it's just going to talk again. Just fine if it does. Right. Units 3. Chemistry. Public book. Co. Can I pick that up? No. Okay. Chemicals, and then it's like something about yogurt things. Certain structures of how things are laid out on them. I'm confused, I'm not going to lie, I'm confused, but still though, beside the confusionness, it's quite nice. I'm guessing it's this way. Hopefully it's this way. Right. Where's the music on? Why's it got a bit edgy? It's not going to turn into a horror game now all of a sudden, is it? Well, there I go. Loading. Okay, first achievement. Donnelly.
Dear Esther, I have now driven the stretch of the M5 between Exeter and Bristol over 21 times. But although I have all the reports and all the witnesses, and have cross-referenced them within a millimetre using my Ordnance Survey maps, I simply cannot find the location. You'd think there would be marks to serve as some evidence. It's somewhere between the turn-off for Sanford and the welcome brake services, but although I can always see it in my rear-view mirror, I have as yet been unable to pull ashore.
I mean, I don't know if this is the right way, but he's talking about something about pulling to shore, and there's this big cargo boat over here, so maybe the paths then lead in the same sort of way, even if I do put it that way, but the feeling's going more this way. I can most probably explore the boat, the ship, wreck or whatever, I'm not too sure. God, it's a bit trashy on these sands. Maybe there's a way onto the boat, because I can't climb or anything. I know I have a feeling I've got to be up there. I think this is just going to be a dead end over here. Because I can't get on that boat nowhere. Is it on side? And no, never did he end no drink. I might be reading that wrong. Neither did he, and no drinker.
There must be a hole in the bottom of the boat. How else could new hermits have arrived?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. I mean, I've just tried looking for an entrance to the boat, if that's what we're talking about. I'm actually just making Q sentence again. I've just set into your story exclamation telling which you know more about, and I have no clue. I'm a bit new up into this, like, computer. Okay. I mean, I can't get around. Okay, the boat's creaking. That won't let me up there, so... Get out of the question, I think. I guess I'm just going to go all the way back up there. One piece of air. Started on, and now I need to go back. Yeah, I'm not getting on the boat. I want to, for some reason, but at the same time, I know I can't, so I'm just giving up.
I had kidney stones, and you visited me in the hospital. After the operation, when I was still half submerged in anesthetic, your outline and your speech both blurred. Now my stones have grown into an island and made their escape, and you have been rendered opaque by the car of a drunk.
I'm his friend. I visited him once in hospital. He's got stones. I was a wreck over the situation of it. I went home in a car. Home of wreck. Confused. I'm really confused, but I'm trying to progress it while I'm going along. I can't be the only one confused with the story, but
I've begun my ascent on the green slope of the western side. I've looked deep into the mountain from the shaft and understood that I must go up and then find the way under. I will stash the last vestiges of my civilization in the stone walls and work deeper from there. I'm drawn by the aerial and the cliff edge. There is some form of rebirth waiting for me there.
okay, so something's buried in the stone walls. Wants to ascend upwards to the aerial TV telephone or whatever it was. Alright, which is obviously most probably that, so... Okay, let's keep going upwards and see what's what. Wait, is that somebody up there? Right, look at the house, look at the house, look between the windows. That looks like somebody. I'm coming for you if that is someone. You stay right there. Watch, I'll get that, it'll be nothing. Just like a paw or something. That really does look like someone.
The bothy was constructed originally in the early 1700s. By then, shepherding had formalized into a career. The first habitual shepherd was a man called Jakobsen, from a lineage of migratory Scandinavians. He was not considered a man of breeding by the mainlanders. He came here every summer whilst building the bothy, hoping eventually that becoming a man of property would secure him a wife and a lineage. Donnelly records that it did not work. He caught some disease from his malcontented goats and died 2 years after completing it. There was no one to carve white lines into the cliff for him either.
It's interesting as that might have been. Just need to pause that for a minute just in case if you can't hear me, but that was definitely someone. You saw him walk back in. Is it a ghost memory? Or is it a normal person? Or is it someone else? I don't know. Is it harmful? Is it not harmful? Just when I find out. It's definitely something though. You saw it. Right. Hello.
When the oil lamps ran out, I didn't pick up a torch, but
Now's
used
not
the
the time to
moonlight
talk.
to read
There's
by.
an intruder.
When I've pulled the last shreds of sense from it, I will throw Donnelly's book from the cliffs and perhaps myself with it. Maybe it will wash back up through the caves and erupt from the spring when the rain comes, making its return to the hermit's cave. Perhaps it will be back on the table when I wake. I think I may have thrown it into the sea several times before.
I don't even have time to listen to the story now. I want to know the hell that was. Someone's clearly been living here. Is that the person, right? Mate, is someone luring me in? Is it Luke? Luke! Is it Luke Skywalker? Is he slowly taking me to his hour to learn me the ways of the Force? I don't know. And I intend to follow that. Yep, and it's going again. Yep, it's definitely someone. Why am I going down there? The cave is... Hold up. No, something's not right here. Wants me to follow, but if I go down, does it look like I'm going to be going back in anytime soon? No. So, I'm not following that way. I want to follow the creepy, shadowy person. I'm going to find out what's going on. But you watch it, most people say to me, well, you're not doing. Yeah, some of the games really like doing that. The react, no way it was A. Oh, that right in there. Okay. I don't know. Oh my god, it's not going to let me go that way, is it? Okay. Fast forward, it's cool, let's go. I'll just go down then, I guess, you know. Hopefully we see him again at some point somewhere, you know. I don't think I'm getting anywhere though. I have a feeling, I hope I'm not right on this feeling, but I have a feeling it's going to take me down and then loop me back around to the ship area, because there was that other entrance, what was going upwards. I hope not. But at the same time, if it's going to take me more forward, then I guess I'm just doing the long way around. But how did I get to that side of the cliff so quick? That's what I want to know. You can skip over these hills and I can't. It's a long drop, better not. Where's that cave entrance? Oh. Still, even if that is the way in, there's no way you got up there that quick. Would have had to have some sort of turbo boots on. Oh, he's got a little mobile scooter.
Jakobsen's ribcage, they told Donnelly, was deformed, the result of some birth defect or perhaps a traumatic injury as a child. Brittle and overblown it was, and desperately light. Perhaps it was this that finally did for him, unable to contain the shattering of his heart. In half-light, his skeleton a discarded prop, a false and calcified seabird.
Very concerning stories. This guy died by stones, this guy was drunk driving or whatever.
They found Jakobsen in early spring.
The
thaw had only just come. Even though he'd been dead nearly 7 months, his body had been frozen right down to the nerves and had not even begun to decompose. His fingernails were raw and bitten to the quick. They found the phosphorescent moss that grows in the caves deep under the nails. Whatever he'd been doing under the island when his strength began to fail is lost. He'd struggled halfway up the cliff again, perhaps in a delirium, perhaps trying to reach the Bothy's fire before curling into a stone and expiring.
Sounds like the story of my life when I'm in single life, which I am at the moment, present time when you're watching this or whatever, yada yada. If you're watching this future, then maybe it might not be. Anyway, sounds like my life
Climbing
Turn
down to
down.
the caves,
Shut
I
down.
slipped and fell and have injured my leg. I think the femur is broken. It is clearly infected. The skin has turned a bright, tight pink, and the pain is crashing in on waves, winter tides against my shoreline, drowning out the ache of my stones. I struggled back to the bothy to rest, but it has become clear that there is only one way this is likely to end. The medical supplies I looted from the trawler have suddenly found their purpose. They will keep me lucid for my final ascent.
You see, how do you expect me to concentrate on the story, whatever it is, when you're chucking weird, creepy, dark shadow people at me, but look like they're out to kill me, or if not that, during the conversation, you put in some weird, creepy, distorted sound of a radio or some shit like that, and what the f is going on? I'm really confused, but so intrigued at the same time. I want to find out what's going on. I really do. This is not what I expected. I just expected something like, let's take for a walk and give you some nice advice while walking through. Not weird stories, what not making much sense to me, and creatures of memories lurking with creepy sounds and atmospheres. Holy shit. I stepped into Hell's Kitchen. I've stepped into hell. If hell had a kitchen, something, fucking this. Oh, that's the total hall of hell. And now I don't know what to think. Forget, let's go in. Oh, well, it's chucking me straight in anyway. Second achievement. Jacob Trapezinson or whatever. Okay. I mean, I kind of walked into it
Donald
myself.
did not pass through the caves. From here on in, his guidance, unreliable as it is gone from me. I understand now that it is between the two of us, and whatever correspondence can be drawn from the wet rocks.
Well, this is a pleasant cave, you know, with ceiling rocky parts of spikes and the walls. Definitely don't jump. I play ball in here. Anyway, I'm not gonna keep ruining this story, but it's something kind of nice, nevertheless. God, nature's just so beautiful sometimes. Depending on where you're going anyway. Okay, let's get out of this cave with all these blue mushrooms. They're drawn a real. Look at that. Oh, speed it up a bit then. Oh, I got taller. Which way? Let's go around this way.
It was as if someone had taken the car and shaken it like a cocktail. The glove compartment had been opened and emptied with the ashtrays and the boot. It made for a crumpled museum, a shattered exhibition.
I mean, are we on about certain things that are happening around me now? That's what it looks like in here. That's something that's got shook up in a car and splattered all over the place, like a museum. Is that what you're saying? Or are you on about some other part of story? It's confusing. Music's kicked up there. Climbing high and ducking. Okay. Wow, that's beautiful. Let's just mute for a moment because there's most probably going to be another storytelling and then taking this. Wow, that's so beautiful. That is the cherry on the cake, right? That is magnificent. That tops it. Even if the rest of the game goes downhill now, this one moment here, beautiful. I hope it didn't go down a hill though, but there we go. Speaking of downhill, where the hell do I go? I want to down it. Okay, but I can't even move through. Oh, this is beautiful. Like I said, graphics and sound to this top quality, definitely. The storytelling things are a bit confusing, but I can let that slide. Creepy atmosphere with the shadow thing or whatever it is, and then some of the sounds, yeah. Quality, but at the same time confusing. It's like this bit of the storytelling, but besides that though, as the game plays and goes, it's beautiful. Definitely a good game for the price. Not massively dear either. I think it's just under 10. Just under £10 you can get this for. About £8 normally. I got it for £1.30 for some reason though. In my wish list, got it cheaper. But, yeah. Oh, this is getting beautiful. I can't handle myself. Oh, this is... Wow. Oh, gotta get close to that forward. Don't think I've got to go in this time. Okay, there we go. I don't know what more to expect from this, but either way, it's stunning. I'm just happy along to go along with the exploring of it, the exploring venture of it. It's something different for a change, and then to play all these other games, which I'm going to get around to some more of them, don't worry. Just before we get into that topic, I'm going to get on to finishing some of the ones that I'm playing. But for now though, let's keep exploring this beautiful game.
In my final dream, I sat at peace with Jakobsen and watched the moon over the Sandford Junction. Goats grazed on the hard shoulder, the world gone to weed and redemption. He showed me his fever scars, and I mine, between each shoulder the nascency of flight.
Okay, so I'm guessing wait a minute, what's that? I think there's going to be more things if you like explore the little corners and stuff, but I feel I've got to go constantly up more there still, because if we are heading towards that communication tower, whatever it is, I'm guessing that's the end game, so we need to keep ascending. Right, so more symbols. This is just beautiful. It's reminding me of the caves off if any of you have ever played GoldenEye 64 back on the Nintendo 64, the cave level. It's kind of reminding me of that. It's beautiful. Stunning. There's something about caves and the waterfalls and whatever else all connects with nature's things, and what the frick did I just stumble into? What the fuck is this? Is this like some sort of crystal cave? Let's see if I can do it back and see if it echoes. Oh no, wait, what? I'm not actually there. Okay.
I will hold the hand you offered to me, from the summit down to this well. into the dark waters where the small flowers creep for the sun. Headlights are reflected in your retinas, moonlit in the shadow of the crematorium chimney.
Okay, it's getting a bit more weirder with all this paint now, I'm not gonna lie. And why did this Nazgul's taken? That's definitely taken, I think. What the? Shh. Getting weird. Getting weird on the game, don't do this. So the symbols are even weird. No. Okay, we're gonna meet our shadow friend or what? I don't know what the hell is going on. I'd love to know a bit more about this. Don't even want to look yet. No, I'm getting the edge too. No. Hey, is that my footsteps? It better be my footsteps. I'm here. I mean, like a. But I might be getting a bit paranoid. No, we're gonna just carry on. Carry on. Let's keep going. And it's something be rumorous. Fucking no. I'm sorry. I really don't know. Hello? Hello? Anybody there? Shadow friend? You there? You're gonna show me how you're getting around so fast with like possibly a mobile scooter or something? Is that what you're doing? Because you definitely are not that fast. So you're rather some superhuman, are you? Yeah. Are you doing? Gonna maybe go to what, aren't you? I think I went under a bit too early. Hopefully not though. Get back up for some fresh air real quick. Ah, well, we're good to just stay up now anyway. Man, all these, they can't be clearly sharp or anything because I'm just going right through them. Must be just kind of like web symbols or something. Okay. Up and again. Am I getting pushed this time? I feel like I got pushed and I stopped it, but it still carried on going forward. Okay, we just went from landscape to what the bloody hell? To a city underwater? What the frick? Motorway underwater or something. Okay, tons of coins on bed. Don't know what that's about. Is this going to turn into like some sort of backrooms game? Is that what it's going to do? Wait, am I drowning? It's getting dark. It's getting dark, I think I'm drowning. Okay. Flashback or something, I'm not too sure. But we definitely aren't there where that was. Okay, let's get to the top of here. Let's see what's what. Take it down, it's fine. Flood, cinematic, I get it. Okay. Right, and that one done Esther. Achievement. Right, okay. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it there. And then I'm going to come back to it in the next part. So if you're enjoying this, do leave a like. Also leave a comment what you think about it, and if you know more about it, then let me know down below. Subscribe to the channel if you already haven't. Plenty more content on there, or even just go check it out anyway. You don't have to subscribe; it's totally up to you. But you know, it always helps. yeah. So stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one. Wee.